Florida should have been one of the big winners of the infrastructure plan, the whole stimulus benefit. It did not. Stocks down about 5%. They guide down.
What about you, John?
Dollar stock story, is it played out? Some might say they're getting tired of it, but on a day when there isn't that much eco or earnings news flow, certainly dollar is an influence over stocks.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But we should point out that futures at the close, we're suggesting a lower open here, just a few seconds away from that. We'll see if whether some of those strong groups yesterday, including financials and really those home building names, whether or not they can weather the trade today. And also we're going to take into account some of those comments we've had from some high-profile folks like B of A's Ken Lewis and Larry Fink of BlackRock, really making comments about the overall economy. All right, everybody, you've got your open here on this Tuesday. And right now, let's take a look in terms of what we're seeing here at the open. And we do see stocks
rise in equity prices over the coming weeks. I think investors would probably be well-heeled or well-advised to take at least some chips off the table. But in terms of some sort of comet coming out of the dark and destroying this nice run that we've had in equities, it's really difficult to both see and to time. I think equity investors today will probably pay attention to the 10-year note auction. If supply is well received, I think probably equities could finish a little bit stronger. They're going to open up. But really, I think given the holiday tomorrow and sort of the lack of economic data coming forth and speeches by Fed governors, I think probably it's going to be a sideways trade. It's going to be sort of unexciting as we finish up the week.
And so it's really those auctions middle of the day that could determine it.
Yeah, well, the 3-year note auction was very well received yesterday. The 10-year note auction will most likely go okay today. There is a little bit of concern about the 30-year. You know, it's tough to lend Uncle Sam money for 30 years at 4%, given the state of Uncle Sam's financial balance sheet. But right here, right now, it's tough to time that type of trade. So you sort of have to go with momentum. And right now in equities, it appears to be mostly a momentum trade.
All right, John Brady, thank you.
Aaron, you're welcome.
All right, they're ringing the bells here at the big board. Alaska Air Group, ticker ALK, holding its investor day at the big board. We'll talk with the CEO in a moment. At the NASDAQ, TechAmerica, an advocacy organization for the tech industry.
Let's get to our market reporters. We are open. We are down just slightly, not fully open.
The opening bell is brought to you by Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Welcome back. Ringing the bell at the big board today, the chairman and CEO of Alaska Air Group, and at the NASDAQ, representatives of TechAmerica ringing the bell. All right, there you have it. Let's go right to Nicole Petalides on the New York Stock Exchange floor and get caught up on today's trading. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Alexis. Good morning, everybody. We have such a run here happening on Wall Street after that back and forth volatility where we would have a negative